Hey guys, it's ZD here and I'm super excited to be going over something that I know is going to blow your mind. We have two principles today that I want to work through on two principles on how to build your relationship with money, something that I know you haven't heard about before, but it's going to help your bank account, so stay tuned. Think about what money is for a second before I go into anything. What is money? Where did it come from? Why? It's just a medium of exchange. You know, years and years ago, we didn't really have money. What did we have? I had some ducks and you had some chickens. Or I had some rice and you had some chickens. And if I gave you a certain amount of rice, I would try to barter with you. It was called the bartering system. I'd try to barter with you around, hey, I'll give you some rice if you give me some chickens. And that's where they came to this thing of, because what happens if you didn't want rice? I'd be screwed, right? Because I'm like, oh, what do I have? I don't have anything else. I'm trying to find something else of value. Because that's how money is made. But then they created this medium of exchange, which is called money, which is a bit of paper, to have this medium of exchange. So I don't need to have something that I need to give to receive something. Now I can actually go out, earn money, this thing, a bit of paper. Now I can go out into the marketplace and start paying for things, right? And I can start buying things without this bartering system. So that's why money was made. So that's the foundation. Most people don't even know where money actually comes from, but that's where it comes from. But think about what I just said before about the bartering system. I had to find a little bit of value, like whether it was rice that I had and the person had to find chickens or whatever, and I'd try to sell that and say, hey, I'll give you this many bits of rice and we can do a bit of a trade. There was a negotiation there. But I couldn't just go there and say, hey, I want some chickens. Can you give me some chickens? Why? Because there needs to be an even amount of value that gets given back. Now, how does the marketplace work, especially in the coaching world? We need to be a person that adds value. I'm telling you right now, if you're not getting leads right now, if you're not getting sales right now, I'm sorry to really knock you on the head, but the reality is because you're not being a person of value. I guarantee you going out to the marketplace how I used to. I just want to make money. I just want to make money. That's how my mindset was. But when you understand, money is just a byproduct of adding value. How do I make money in this universe? I need to give something of value first. You know, think about it. You don't just say, hey, I want a bed. You've got to pay money to receive that bed. And guess what? If I pay money, I also get value. But it happens the opposite way as well. Now, if I'm not making money right now in coaching, I need to change my mindset to, I need to get money. I need to get money. I need to get money to being a person of value. If you realize and start going into the marketplace and just saying, I'm going to be a person of value, I'm just going to go out there and do heaps of videos, I'm going to put everything that I've got out in the marketplace and I'm adding free value, that's where money starts to show up. Because how people have become successful, any single person in the industry that's become successful, is because they've added a lot of value. And most people get so caught up with this saying, no, I just need to focus on money. You need to get out of yourself. You need to stop trying to get money and start adding value. Don't think of how can I get to me. It's how can I give outwards. And the more I focus on giving, whether it's content, whether it's showing up online, whether it's coming up with challenges, masterclasses, something of value, because that's what all we're doing online, right? But most people are not showing up being a person of value. And that's one of the biggest principles. You need to add value. If you want to be a person that wins with money, and I give you all the mindset work to do around money, but you're not adding value to the marketplace physically, then no one's actually going to buy from you because no one knows about you. So look at your Instagram right now. Look at your Facebook right now. Would you buy from that person? That's truthful. I even ask people that don't have money when I get on calls with them, they're like, yeah, I'd really buy from me, but I would challenge that. Because if people aren't buying from you, it's because you're not adding value. This is a very, very triggering kind of thing to say, but that's the reality of it. I realized the shit that I was putting out years ago, I put videos out 10 years ago, but you know what? I wasn't really adding value. I was doing motivational talks, but really that's awesome. But how much would someone really pay for motivational talks? I don't know. 20 bucks, 30 bucks, you know, that's the reflection. You know, we're living in a world where people already have in their mind how much something is worth. You know, how much can a personal trainer charge in the current marketplace right now? You know, can you go to someone that's wanting a personal trainer and then they sign up with you and you're like, yeah, it's $20,000 for, 3 months. No one's going to buy that. Why? Because it doesn't feel right or it doesn't feel like you're adding enough value. And remember, all value is perceived. Just remember that. How much is a house worth? How much is a house in London worth? Right in the middle. How much it's perceived to be. It has nothing to do with quality. It has to do with perception. So I need you online to be a person of value, to show up in the marketplace, giving, making people laugh, being charismatic. And being a person of value means changing your personality. You know, I used to be an introvert. Now, I couldn't do this right now if I wasn't an extrovert as well. So I had to build that muscle. Just like if I'm cleaning my teeth with my right hand and I do it, this is going to feel awkward. But all of a sudden, I can start using it all the time. This starts to become natural. My extrovert started to become natural. I had to build my personality to be a person of value. And when I started realizing that was the asset that I needed, because when I was fully integrated, I was the personality and I was showing up a certain way, people started responding to me different because I was fully integrated. Because they could tell I was focused on how can I add value, not how can I take. And that's the difference you've got to make inside your mind. And then after we're a person of value and start showing up like that, then we need to reprogram our compass needle. We have an unconscious north. 96% of the day we're sleeping awake. What does that mean? 96% of the day we're unconscious. When you get in your car today and you go out of your driveway, you think you're conscious because you're like, oh yeah, is there a car coming right? Is there a car coming left? But you're not. You're unconscious. You're running that program automatically because you're usually in your head running a program. And that program is usually the same thoughts as yesterday. That program is the same thoughts as a week ago. Why? Because we have 70,000 thoughts every single day. And most people's thoughts are the same as yesterday. So you have 70,000 thoughts yesterday, which is predictable programming. I know I'm going to have the same 70,000 tomorrow, and then the next day, then the next day. But what's really profound is because people are running a program every day, and this is why most people don't change. Like, think about it. The reason your bank account isn't changing is because if you're not working on your programming, you're not going to change anything. Why? Because it's predictable programming. I know where you're going to be in a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks. So if someone doesn't sign up to your coaching program, I already know where they're going to be in a month. Nowhere. The same position, unless they make a significant change to the programming. Look at it like there's two emotions in life. We have positives, and we have negative. We have abundance, like look at it like love and fear. Look at it like abundance and scarcity. So we only have two emotions, but really this is all the positive emotions. Happiness, joy, abundance, love, all these things. This one here is scarcity, pain, rejection, all these things are down here. Broke, whatever. Now most people are living their life here unconsciously. Their 70,000 thoughts are bathing every single day in negativity. Things aren't going my way, I don't know why. This is where they are. But when they do a coaching session or you watch this video with me, you might start feeling better. Or you do a meditation, my 6 times a day method that I always talk about. And then you start tweaking the program to be this way. And you start feeling abundant. I feel amazing. But what they've proven is if within 2 to 3 hours, you'll go back to your emotional home or your unconscious north. So your compass needle, you've just changed your compass needle direction. You're feeling good, but you know what's going to happen over a period of time? It's going to go back naturally to where you are unconscious. Why? Because you've bathed your cells in this for so freaking long. Your cells have adapted. It's what we call cell inertia. Your cells have adapted to your current environment, to the current life that you're living right now. It's like when someone is broke and struggling financially, the reality is, of course they don't want to be broke, but they're programmed to be broke. You know, it's comfortable for them. It's a natural feeling. Like for me right now, I live in Melbourne, Australia, where usually it's not really that hot, right? I usually get adapted to cold climate. So it's usually cold here. So if someone from Queensland that's in a hot climate is always in 30 degrees or whatever comes here, they're going to be freezing. But you know what? I've adapted to this normally. So that person's going to be colder than me. You know why? Because they're not adapted to it. So what are they going to want to do? They're going to want to run home. They're going to naturally want to go home. I'm not sure you might be a sun lover. I know I'm a sun lover. I usually go over and I'm like, I just want it to be hot weather. Then you finally get in the hot weather and it's too freaking hot. Have you ever done it? And then you're like, oh my God, I want it to be a bit colder now. Then you want to go back to your unconscious program. But this is what's happening inside of you. You have a thermostat, a system that wants to stay the same because your brain doesn't care about you succeeding. It doesn't care about you making money. It cares about you running a program and surviving. That's it. And you're surviving being broke. You're surviving staying the same. You're surviving with the current life you're living right now, just getting by. Well, that's your programming. So what you've got to do is what I talk about my 6 times a day method, where if I'm operating from scarcity, and I'm operating here, if I do a meditation, I start to feel amazing. My vibrations start to change. But you know what? Within 3 hours, I know where it's going to go. It's going to go back here. So that's why I say every 3 hours, you've got to reprogram yourself. Comment below on this and say yes, and I'll send you my system for free. You know, it's my 6 times a day method. I use it. Every single client that's followed through and done it, ever, has got the most ridiculous results. If I showed you these people, which I have so many, just ask me, they will tell you how mind-blowing their results are because the 6 times a day method works. Why? Because it focuses on the programming. So what we've got to do is we've got to rewire your compass needle. We've got to program you to naturally bathe yourselves in abundance. So if I do it for 6 to 8 weeks, which is my method, 6 times a day, 6 to 8 weeks, and if I start bathing myself in over and over again, 3 hours, starts to go 3 hours, go back, 3 hours, go back, and I program myself to be in abundance, guess what? The reason I make money is because I've programmed myself to. I can't not make money. You understand in coaching? Why? It's not because I'm intelligent. It's not because of any of those things. It's because I've programmed myself to make money. What are you programming right now? Your current reality right now. I remember I had a client. This was a good friend of mine as well. He was making about $250,000 a year, something like that. And he used to tell me all the time, I can't not make it. It's kind of like I even stop working and try not to work. But all of a sudden, these clients just come in because he's programmed to keep making that amount of money. And he even tried. He's like, hey, I don't want any more clients. I want to kind of sit back to 150 or whatever. He just couldn't. He had to keep going to because he was programmed to make 250. He bathed his cells in it. His cell inertia won over time. So I'm saying to you now, you could turn your whole life around by reprogramming your mind. If you bathed yourselves in abundance multiple times throughout the day, and I did it for 6 to 8 weeks, you would reprogram your compass needle. And you know what? You might start to feel scarcity, but you know what? Your unconscious mind, because it's 96% of your day, is naturally going to pull you back to positivity. That's me. If I start feeling anxious or whatever, I literally can just leave my program, and my program will naturally bring me back to abundance and happiness and joy, because I program myself that way. So the goal is to program your mind. And when you program this thing between the ears, you have more success. You will become a more successful person without changing more things out there. Yes, change the things out there of adding value, but you've got to see the value in yourself and show up that you are a person of adding value. But then you've got to reprogram your compass needle. I'm just going to throw it out there. It's not the easiest thing to do in the world to reprogram this thing because your cells are going to be against you. Meaning, every single time, if I say, hey, meditate 6 times a day through my method, your program is going to do it once or twice, and then it's going to lie to you. Your brain will start telling you, I don't want to do this. It'll start making you tired. It'll start making you sad. It'll start making you like, oh, I have sickness or something like that. Something will happen because your programming will do whatever it takes to say the damn same. It's crazy, huh? We have this program, but you know what? If you really do this method that I'm telling you, your mindset, your money, and everything will change. Your business will change. Guys, I have a whole method on this that I'm writing a book on right now. You're going to absolutely love it. I'll let you know when that comes out. But guys, if you want help with this, I have a full team that can help you with this. You want to work with me? Reach out to me. I have events about this that we can help you reprogram your mind. So guys, like, subscribe, comment on this video. Let me know your biggest learning. And guys, have an incredible day. And I'll talk to you all very soon.